Here's the Master Wu Dragon from 2015. This came with a lot of great stuff, including Wu's first ever dragon, but it wasn't the last. 5 years later, we were treated to this wonderful little battle dragon for Master of the Mountain, and now in 2024 we meet Egalt the Master Dragon, who does bear a striking resemblance to everyone's favourite sensei. So how do these wise dragons compare? Well, stay tuned to the end of the video to see who I crown as the best Wu Dragon, and let's get into it. The Master Wu Dragon has 575 pieces and retailed for $40, giving you all of this. We got 5 excellent minifigures here, giving us Wu, Cole, Pitch, Hackler and Soul Archer. It also included a Skreemer, which you can attack Cole with by simply attaching it to the top of his head, like so. And a Husky who's armed with a crossbow, otherwise known as Wu's dog. It's been 9 years since this good boy appeared in this set, and he still hasn't appeared in the show. Maybe we should start a movement to get him what he's owed. Comment #Justice for Wu's dog to join the movement now. In fact, originally this set was supposed to include a goat instead of the dog, but it was later replaced. I guess now in 2024 we can easily make Wu's goat a reality too. So there are 3 builds in total included in the Master Wu Dragon. The first of these builds is this small tea farm area for Sensei Wu, of course. Please excuse the upside down sticker. Unfortunately, I did build this set 8 years ago, and yeah, I completely messed that up. So Wu is upside down on that sticker there. There is what he should look like, and this is a nice looking side build. I really do like the look of this. You can store your arrow blade here, and we've got this small little outpost section where you can launch some flip fire missiles at enemies. We've also got a little targeting computer with a Skreemer on the screen there. And the other side build included is also very in character for Wu. This is a little tea cart that has actually been cursed by the ghost. So this is obviously from the tea shop, and the ghosts have got here and just cursed this little thing. There's a small bit of pink tea stored in the back there, whether that's cursed tea or something else. You can have a ghost grab hold of the thing and wheel it around the tea farm. This has got a really cool sticker at the top, which is actually the same as the shield that is on Hackler. And you can use this to give the ghost something to attack the evil ninja with. And you've also got plenty of discs to reload it with, so we can continue attacking all of the evil ninja where they stand. As for the Wu Dragon itself, this is actually quite a decent size for a dragon, given all of the extra side builds that are included in the set. This one does have a really awesome brick built head that captures the Master Wu vibe with this nice mustache here, and you can open the mouth to do some little roaring and grabbing things if you want to. The head is a little bit limited in its articulation, just on this little mixer joint there, and the neck can be ratcheted around. I think these wings look really awesome, using these golden flame pieces to kind of look like they're made out of pure golden energy. The tail is pretty thin, but it is made up of pixel joints, and so it has got plenty of articulation. You can use this to whip around and attack things if you want to, or to keep things away. The legs on this one are also pretty basic as well. They are kind of tall and thin, but they are on ratchet joints, and the feet are on ball joints, so you can move this about however you want to, get it in some nice flying positions, and overall they do their job pretty well. I love how Wu sits in a little tea crate on the top, just like so. Just a very simple saddle area, no need for an actual saddle. Let's just chuck a tea crate on top and that'll be a job well done. And you can see on the back of there is actually a little license plate that says Wu 53N531, which is of course Wu Sensei. That is a really fun little detail that is on that little tea crate. And you can just pop that off. And you can also pop off this small little table that sits on his neck, as well as these 2 yellow cups that are stored down here. And so when Wu and Cole have defeated the ghost and the danger is gone, they can sit and enjoy a nice cup of tea as they relax from a hard day's work fighting the ghost, which is a really funny inclusion, but I think it is perfectly in character for Wu, and I love how it is all stored on the actual dragon itself. Overall then, with its 5 minifigures, 2 creatures and 3 solid builds, this set was a phenomenal deal. You could absolutely buy this and just one villain set like the Morrow Dragon or the City of Styx and end up with a satisfying ninja versus ghost army battle. In 2016, this dragon was miniaturized for LEGO Dimensions in the Sensei Wu Fun Pack, creating this small little white dragon build that could be used in the LEGO Dimensions video game. Wu's Battle Dragon meanwhile retailed for $20, with its 321 pieces creating this absolutely stunning dragon build. This one included an exclusive Hero Wu and Gleck, who's got a stud shooting crossbow. The side build is basic, but it does its job holding the ivory blade of deliverance. This is a really dense little dragon. It's got a lot of pieces, but a lot of them are very small. This has got a removable saddle that you can just plop on the top like so. And it's also got some reins for the rider to grab onto to pilot the dragon. The wings on this one are gorgeous. They use these huge plastic sheets and they can flap up and down really easily on ratchet joints like so. And yeah, these are actually really big in comparison to the body. They actually do feel like they are a reasonable size to pick the whole thing up and take it into the air. So that is really awesome. And they also just look really great as well. This has got a really consistent colour scheme with all the black, gold and white coming together to form a really nice looking dragon. This has got a really awesome brick built head. I think this is such a cool design, using a lot of small pieces to get this really awesome looking head, which does use some roller skates at his mouth. I think that's probably the best part usage of this whole head. The legs also look really nice. I love the way these look, although they are a bit limited in their range of motion. They can only move forwards and backwards. But you can actually get these back legs to kind of sit like a dog, and I think that is really cool. You can have the front legs down like that, you can have the back legs sat down like so, and you can get this thing to sit down just like a dog, and I think that is a really cool little thing that you can do with the legs on this one. But yeah, it's a shame that they are a bit limited in their motion, but at least we can get some good flight poses with these legs back like so. Overall then, this is a wonderful little dragon. It's great to swoosh it around, and despite its small size, which means it doesn't take up much space in your collection, this still manages to be such a wonderful looking dragon, and it is also one of the best value Ninjago dragons ever made, which sadly can't be said for Egalt. This guy retails for a whopping $70, almost double the Master Wu Dragon, despite only being 532 pieces. Even by modern day standards, that's pretty rough. Still, it's got 5 minifigures giving us Lloyd, Nia, Sora, Lord Ras and Cinder, and a small side build, a tiny tree that holds the mysterious Gong of Shattering, and also underneath it the Mallet of Shattering. The Gong of Shattering has got a really awesome print design on it. I really love the way that looks, but it is going to be available in some other sets coming out very soon in March as well. Egalt himself is a very slender dragon with a black, white and dark tan colour scheme, with a few red accents thrown in on the feet and on the saddle. I really love the head on this one. It uses moulded plastic pieces, but it's got that really cool little moustache and a bit of a beard down here as well, which really does make this thing look like Master Wu himself. And of course we've got the hat on the top as well, which really does sell that even further. This definitely does feel like a natural successor to the original Master Wu Dragon, but unlike that Master Wu Dragon, this one has actually got a lot of articulation in the head and the neck, which helps make this thing really expressive. The old wise look of the dragon's head is kind of juxtaposed by the athletic and youthful look that the body gives. This is a really slender build, it's almost dog-like in fact. The thin body does make the saddle area a little bit awkward. We've got this spot on the torso where a minifigure can sit, but as you can see, they're just staring right at the big giant shoulders of Egalt's body. They don't really get anything to hold on to. Yeah, it's a bit of an awkward place to put the saddle. Maybe it would have been better actually up on the shoulders here, so we can actually see where we are going. But yeah, you can sit a minifigure on that red saddle there. These giant wings definitely feel like they are taking inspiration from Master Wu's Season 11 cape, with their colour scheme and just the overall look of them, and you can flap those around really well. You can bring them into a resting position, you can have them splayed out in mid-flight, and just like the Battle Dragon, they do use big plastic sheets for the detailing as well, rather than being purely brick built. The legs are pretty good and unique, and they have got some good articulation as well. You can splay these front ones out, you can swing them forwards and backwards. We can have him running, sprinting. You can bring them back into flying positions really easily, so we can have Egalt taking to the skies. The saddle area also has a spot where a large katana can be stored, and you can clip that onto Egalt's tail so he can swing his tail about to defend himself. The only real issue with this tail is that it's just 1 or 2 segments too short. If this tail was just 2 segments longer, it would be a lot better, because it would actually be able to reach the sword when it's stored on the body. Yeah, Egalt is another really good dragon, and a great addition to this collection, even if he ends up having nothing to do with Wu. A very fun build, and one that I'd definitely recommend picking up, especially if you find him on a good discount. So who takes the crown for the best Wu dragon? Well, this is a tough one. Wu has been blessed with some truly great sets. All 3 of these have some stunning builds, with the Master Wu Dragon quite possibly being one of, if not the best value Ninjago Dragon sets ever made. But in the end, I think the crown just has to go to the Battle Dragon. That might be controversial, but $20 dragon sets aren't that common, and this one is an absolute masterclass in what can be achieved with a smaller budget. An absolute standout among a collection of dragons that already sit with some of Ninjago's strongest.